Test number 3, NG-based high explosive, 12 kilograms from a distance of half a kilometre. Oh, I like blowing things up.
The town hall bomb looked like that.
Similar amount of gelignite.
Shit.
We're measuring high-velocity fragmentation. I couldn't work out why I kept finding tools at the bomb site. Mostly junk, just nails, sockets, bolts, uniformly dispersed.
Shrapnel.
Put there to kill people.
When you're ready.
What'd you come up with?
2 mines, 3 quarries and a railway yard, all possibles.
They're all being checked out today.
It's going to take hours.
We're doing the mines, Wheels and Arm Robbers are doing the quarries.
Well, I'd like to see them all.
Relax, Goose, you'll have a heart seizure.
What's going on?
No one here yet.
Didn't you tell him we were coming?
No, I thought we'd give him a surprise.
Can't we just head straight out to the mine?
Anyone for a cuppa? I got the kettle on.
You playing mother?
Might as well.
G'day.
G'day.
Didn't get lost, did you?
Clive, Peter Faithful, we spoke on the phone.
Oh, come in. So, you people think this jelly from the mine could have been used in the bombing?
Don't know, but the dates match up.
Isn't there a forensic report here?
No, didn't bother.
Why was that?
Well, there's no point. It's a working mine. They're not going to close the place down just so we can drape crime scene tape around the place. A stick or two goes missing every month. Farmers use it to blow dams and stumps, that sort of thing.
200 sticks, that's almost a whole box.
Help yourself.
Is this personnel list complete?
Yep.
There's not much background information.
Well, I've known them all on and off for 8 years or more. None of them would have had anything to do with this bird. Get to trust people. Yeah, Clive Wilson. Yeah, hang on. Cocky's bogged his tractor. I've got the only decent winch in the district. Thelma, tell him I'm busy. Okay? Tough. Right. Let's get out of here. G'day, Jim. Coppers from the Big Smoke want to talk to you about that jelly that went off 18 months back.
G'day, Peter Faithful.
What do you want to know?
Senior Detective Edwards would like to have a look at your records. And Mr. Cochrane would like to have a look at your explosives magazine.
Want a cuppa first?
No, thank you.
Flash! Come and meet Mr.
Cochrane.
Cochrane. He wants to see our jelly.
This way.
Come on.
G'day.
How come you're checking out the burglary now?
Good question.
Know a bit about explosives?
Do you always use AM60 here?
Uh-huh. What do you know about AN60?
Low refractory explosive doesn't damage the sides of the roof of the tunnel, moderate smoke effect when set off.
This way.
Keep track of the jelly in the box, fill in this book. Writing what's been taken and by who, it's company policy. I'll take the key to the explosive magazine home with me at night.
And during the day?
Hang it on a hook. If they need it, they come and get it. But I always tally up at the end of the shift.
Have you got any idea how access was going to the mine on the night of the burglary?
Yeah, some bastard cut the padlock on the gate.
And access to the explosives?
Got that padlock too.
Have you got any idea how it was cut?
Yeah, never found anything. Hacksaw, I guess.
This is the sort of fuse that was used at the time of the robbery.
Yep.
Detonators?
Electric half-second delayed dets with 3-metre blue and white wires. They only nicked jelly.
Milk?
Oh, yes, please.
Dirty sharp?
St. Peter. He left to study the priesthood. We get all types.
The jelly fetches a high price on the open market. Say cracking's back in style.
Well, there you go. Had to be an outsider. None of the locals would have had anything to do with it.
Okay, so what about this bloke Hartwell?
Well, he's no clean skin. There was a hardware store knocked over a few weeks back. Goods started turning up in town. Eventually, everybody knew who'd done it. I get the nod. You know how it is, small town, people talk.
See?
Ah.
Cheers. So what can you tell me about this bloke who was in the army?
How'd you get a red ticket then? Oh, I used to be a rock hand. Then I joined the Khaki Brigade. Like Army life? 6 years agony, mate. Yeah. Just couldn't take orders, that's all. Know that feeling. Shit.
What if I ask you a personal question?
Sure.
How long have you been a copper?
Too long.
Mine?
Yeah, I got it.
How safe is it? If it's sweating or something.
We might make it back in one piece.
Thank you.
Oh!
Okay, go.
Norton Thomas. Claims to be an ex-geologist. Ended up in the army. Attached to the bomb disposal, honourable discharge. Bummed around the country for a couple of years before getting work at the mine. Been there about 2 years.
Take a few minutes.
What are you doing?
Routine check.
I need a word. Or are you going to keep that to yourself?
What?
About this Norton bloke?
No.
Then why didn't you tell me that he was in bomb disposals when we were at the mine?
Didn't cross my mind.
What?
It's just routine. I hadn't checked it yet, and I don't want to give you every bit of information that
Look,
comes...
if I don't get information, I can look like a real dickhead. And if we don't look like a team when we're out in public, we're stuffed. Now, make yourself useful, go down to the IBR and get the priors and all the guys down there with a record. Do you understand me?
Wondered how long it'd take before someone came searching for me.
I was worried. What was all that about?
Nothing.
Peter have a go at you?
It's bullshit. Forget it. Christ, they piss me off.
Why?
Why? I get yanked off a big operation that now looks like it might have been on the same bloody track as the bomb investigation. And they bleed me dry of information without a bloody thanks, mate. The inspector wanted me first in the door on a raid that's blown my cover for good. And then when I climb into a bloody suit to please everyone, they're still spitting chips.
The guys are not used to working this close to an undercover. Give them a little time. Let them get to know you.
So what's to know? Besides, these blokes want to know everything. They bloody live in each other's pockets. And don't tell me it's teamwork. This isn't a bloody team. It's a family. No, it's worse than a family. I mean, they even want to know when you take a leak.
So it's not quite like BCI. You knew it wouldn't be.
Megsy, you know, I don't want to have to tell them everything.
They need you. I need you.
Yeah, I noticed that. I mean, I'm the only bastard on that floor that tells you anything. You're their analyst, for Christ's sake.
I'm working on that.
Yeah? Good luck. I'm sorry I agreed to come in the first place. I'd have done a hell of a lot better staying on the street.
Where you've forgotten how to be a detective.
Oh, what does that mean?
Out there, you're the centre of it. Always in control, running your own game. In the majors, you're just another detective, and that hurts your pride.
Oh, so what have I got, a bruised ego? Bullshit.
Maybe. Maybe it's all too easy to say, stuff it. This is hard work. Head back to what you know.
So you did come back to check on me? Make sure I come back in?
You let me down before.
Megan, don't lecture me. I haven't got a problem.
Well, I do. Want to come inside and help me with the rest of those names?
Yeah. In a minute.
Hey, listen, does anyone here know where Louis the Loser bloody hangs out with his Louis?
Last I heard of him, he was humping his de facto in a Queensland caravan park.
Long shot anyway.
No, Louis hasn't pinched dead since he blew his hand off 3 years ago. Get it?
Blew off?
Well, the quarry's only like 600 grand. It's only big enough for far. To save you.
He's an ass. He'd lag on his own grandmother for a line of coke.
The mine seemed like the best bet.
Well, the robbers know that Jerry Scarley pissed off just before the burg.
Well, he's got prize for doing safes.
Yeah.
Is this someone I should know about?
Come in.
Well, we haven't checked him out yet, but with any luck, he might have blown himself up on it.
That's not the point.
There you go, Megsy. Be up to your balls in paperwork. Unless you want to file every bloody thing.
Would you tell this detective that I don't file everything?
Look, they didn't find anything relevant.
How do they work out what's relevant?
We didn't just get these in a Wheaties packet, sweetheart.
What you think's irrelevant might be useful. I'm not keeping up with you guys. I need help. Talk to me.
Fluff had a shitty day. He wants to go back to the rules.
You haven't got a clue what I'm here for, have you?
I'm willing to find out, Ralph.
That's the most intelligent thing you've said. All right, Fluff, come with me. You two, Wheels, and you, Peter. You might learn something.
Hey, hang on, there's something I forgot to tell you. I'm a happily married man, you know.
Just the way I like it.
Oh, why? That's him, yeah. Scarlett.
All the teams back in yet?
Quarry.
Yeah, all the samples have been sent to the goose.
What's going on in there?
Briefing.
Tell me about it.
That last week.
Whether he looks sadder in the jeans or the suit.
Peter had to keep his money.
Yeah, what's he gone and done now?
Sir, it's forensic. They want to speak to you urgently.
The scan shows traces of gelignite on the wrappings.
In English?
The unexploded gelignite from the bomb car originally came from Martin's mine.
Ah, well done.
But the detonators and the fuse wire definitely didn't.
Ah, damn.
If the burglars were only after jelly, then maybe they were safe breakers.
Not our bombers.
Well, they didn't waste any time. They didn't leave any evidence. They seemed to know what they wanted, when to hit the place.
Megan's double-checking the employees, but I don't think we're going to get lucky.
There's something else. The bomb car used about 40 sticks of gelignite. Now, if the bombers got hold of that box, regardless of who pinched it, they'd still have about 150 sticks.
Tell you what, we'll flip to see who's driving, right? Heads you lose, tails I win, right?
Right, your shout.
Yeah, okay.
Hey, Tui, you're with us.
I'm coming. I can't find the pen.
See you, boys.
Yeah, come too. Look.
Good night.
Thank you.
Lockie?
Yeah.
Laz ever join the blokes for a drink?
Nah. Behave like a one-man band, get treated like one.
He's a good detective.
He's not a good mixer.
We whacked him over the head too much. Change of tactics, you reckon?
Yeah, stop the whacking, pat him on the back, maybe.
Do what we do for the interstaters. Take him out, show him a good time, bit of social life, make him forget his troubles.
Can't hurt, boss. You're good at it.
I wasn't thinking of me.
Oh, come on, I gotta go home, see the wife, the kids. They're demanding to see my ID before I get into bed with their mum now.
I've been the one whacking him. You be the one to use the velvet gloves. You're good at it.
Go have a beer. I'll finish this.
No.
I'm going down to forensic anyway, so go.
No.
Piss off.
I got things to do.
You look stuffed.
Thanks.
Fresh air and trees never agreed with you.
Cut the Mother Hen routine, will you?
If you cut the arm all right, Jack. Crap. What's wrong?
Nothing.
Bullshit. Is it because you don't like changing watering holes?
Excuse me?
You cut out all your mates in the 2 years you were undercover. You even cut me out.
Hey, I had to, you know that.
Yeah. Thing is, you slowly built up a whole new life out there, and suddenly, it's all over.
Either that or get my head kicked in for being a cop.
Yeah, I know.
Look,
and
leave me
now-
alone,
Okay. Go find the blokes, have a drink.
What do you think I'm trying to do? You're always too bloody busy.
Am I interrupting something?
Nothing important?
What's that?
White with 3?
Stuff will rot your guts. Come on out, me and Noddy got something on. Come on.
The alarm clock switch was used to activate the 2 charges sequentially. The delay detonator in the boot was shorter than the one in the console. That was their mistake. Should have gone off second, but it blew first. The smaller explosion in the console was meant to be a sort of, come here the job, attract attention, get people around.
Then hit them with the big one.
Yep. If they hadn't stuffed up, they'd have killed dozens instead of 2.
And the shrapnel, where was that?
Over the larger charge and scattered on the back seat.
God, they might be amateurs, but they really thought about it, didn't they?
Oh, yeah? In a sloppy kind of way. Okay. Anything else?
How long have you got?
As long as you like. Look, I've got a few bits and pieces at home, and Carol's got a few ideas of her own.
She won't mind?
If she doesn't object to Jock Brennan dropping by, she's hardly likely to object to you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Forget it. Mr. Sen's niece, mate. He's got enough problems.
What?
I was having trouble with one of the Vietnamese gangs. He's helped us. Might be time to return the favour.
We could put Chez's team on it.
Yeah, bit of goodwill wouldn't go astray right now. You never know what they might hear. Look, will you get your grubby little eyes off her?
I thought we came out to meet women.
Yeah, we did. Ones you can touch, mate. No touchy Chinese Sheilas, eh? You've got to treat them with a bit of respect.
I do. I do. Got a hell of a lot of respect for her.
Trust me, mate, I know just the face you need.
Not grab a granny, don't do it to him.
Wall-to-wall women and one of them waiting just for you.
Mate, you're so full of shit.
You two go on, I'll catch you.
No, you can count me out.
Come on, Noddy, where's your sense of duty? The guy lives like a hermit. We've got to sort him out.
I've got a really hot woman waiting for me at home, thank you.
You got the company car. Who'll drive?
Well, walk or catch a taxi.
Hey.
Look, am I going to like this place?
Mate, you ain't joined the squad until you've been to this place.
Are you kidding? Anyone who's over 3 months and talks in whole sentences is more than welcome.
As long as I'm not holding you up.
Oh, sorry, kid. I forget she's there.
Gee, I thought you were starting your grown-up contact today.
Where?
Playgroup.
Oh, yes.
Well, what happened?
I was the only mother using disposable nappies. We spent an entire hour talking about how I was destroying the environment.
Did you fight back?
Yes. Oh, now, for God's sake, come and tell me about what's happening in the real world and what does an analyst actually do?
Oh. I collect every scrap of information I can lay my hands on, compile and collate it in a computer, and hopefully draw some useful conclusion from it. I try to build a picture of the offenders and narrow it down to the possibles.
Psychoanalysis?
No, just plain old-fashioned detective work, really.
Oh, that'd be right. A squad full of detectives and you doing all their work for them.
Megan is a detective.
Good Lord! I didn't know they had a female imprisoned up there in Goonland.
I sort of volunteered, as a matter of fact. It's a top job.
What a splendid woman. I'm so glad you brought her home.
Why do we have to leave grab a grand for a minute? Chick was all over me.
Sorry, shut up. Sorry.
Hey, Laszlo, come stai?
Good to see you, mate. Good to see you.
Long time no see. Hey, what's this? A new suit. You got yourself a job.
Yeah, sort of.
Bravo, molto bene. Hey, you go sit. Lorenzo, 2 posti per piacere. I get you some white pie, just for you, huh?
You're
nice and
gracias.
fresh.
Yeah. Hey. She's having a look at you.
Yeah, you can really pick her, mate. She's taking us. Sit down, will you?
No worries. You want her, she's yours. Must be something I can arrest him for.
Jesus, just call her.
Hey,
You're
love.
married, man.
Not tonight, mate. Tonight, I'm playing up.
Pesce, vino, buon appetito, huh? You enjoy yourself, huh?
Gracias. Buongiorno.
You want to eat something first, huh?
Les, you gotta loosen up, mate. I mean, you're too bloody tense. That's your problem. I mean, there's times when you gotta be sharp, you know, on your toes. But you gotta play too, otherwise.
Hey, Yanni, mate! Where you been? Looking for you all over last week. I got a,
Yeah?
nothing, mate. I thought you were someone else.
It's okay. Want to piss off now?
Low-life bloody dealer.
He's no one. Small change. Forget it.
I know you stood there 2 years undercover with scum like that.
Hey, don't knock something you don't understand, okay, Lucky? It's the best 2 years of my life. Now, shut up and drink. Titty.
Dick.
So they didn't know where to place things either. See, most of the shrapnel was blasted straight up. Yeah, we found a lot of it on roofs half a block away.
It's that shrapnel and the come-hither charge in the front.
Classic IRA thinking without the talent.
Yeah. People with a cause. It's just not crim thinking unless someone's turned a real corner.
Oh, it's easy enough to get a blueprint for this sort of thing.
But the mentality, they thought about it, planned it, maybe pinched the explosives 18 months ago.
And were willing to die for the cause.
Were they?
Absolutely. Have a look at this. Whoever drove that car was stark raving bonkers. Show her. They drove it through the city primed to go, you know.
Kaboom. That's all he had between himself and oblivion.
The timer was already set.
Had to be.
Shit. That car must have been driven at 3 miles an hour. Well, why didn't anybody notice it? Or why aren't we hearing anything?
Oh, we know a fair bit about him.
Yeah, and the computer ought to be spitting out a name or two by now.
What she means, darling, is there's probably some farting little accountant brooding over an unpaid parking fine. Oh, why? You wasted up there on the 10th floor. You really ought to be downstairs with us.
Well, I think she's pretty useful up there.
They wouldn't know a good woman if she jumped up and bit them on the bum.
It's kind of like being three different people. It keeps you on your toes. It's a challenge. You gotta get your story straight. I've never had any trouble with that. Names. The names can catch you out.
Oh, yeah.
You see, there's a way people react to their own name. I mean, it's intuitive. I always used family names, you know, my uncle, dad, whatever. Names that are close to you give that instant response.
Holy shit, there is a God.
Tell you what, though, I nearly stuffed myself up on a name.
I don't believe this.
Believe it, believe it. So I told him I mucked around in a rock band. I wrecked my left ear. Little bastard. He remembered it too. Every time after that, he came at me from the right ear.
Look at this, look at this. She wants me.
Who? No fucking way, you're joking.
What's the matter with your glands? She can wrap herself around me any time. Look at that body.
Exactly. Take another look.
Looking is over, mate. She wants me. She can have me.
You do not want to play with Francine. Believe me, you don't.
I do.
You don't.
I do. Oh.
She'll do you damage, mate.
You sure?
She's got balls under that skirt, Lockie.
We're just a fake, aren't you, sweetheart?
For Christ's sake, don't push it.
But look at the size of those tits. You gotta be wrong.
You read my lips. She's a bloke.
She's asking for it, mate. She's asking.
Yeah, so are you. Let's get out of here.
What to do it for them? What does she reckon I am?
That's it. Come on, put your drink down. We're going. We're gonna get up nice and quiet. Don't talk to anyone. Just leave her alone, Lockie. Leave it.
What a bloody waste. Pig. Poofda. You pig.
Watch out, Lockie!
What'd you do that for, Peggy?
Shit.
Hello? Yeah, this is Peter Faithful. Where? Are you joking?
I mean, how can you think you're a woman? You either are or you aren't.
I'm stuffed if I know, Sarge.
She looked like a woman.
Yeah, she's not, though. We had to search her once. She had her dick taped up her bum.
Jeez. Worse than I thought. She's got a full set, eh?
Detective Sergeant Peter Faithful, I got a phone call.
Yeah, you know them?
Yeah, they're in the major crime squad. What's the problem?
Your man over there had a bit of a blue with one of the customers.
How bad?
Suspected broken jaw. She's been taken to hospital.
What, he assaulted a female?
Not exactly. She's a male transvestite. Calls herself Francine.
So how... Look, anyway, can we hose this down or...
Sorry, she's a civilian. She's threatening to complain.
Right, so have you finished with him?
We got a bit of a statement from the bloke who decked her, Carides. But the senior sergeant's not up to much.
What, Carides committed the assault?
Yeah. Look, if it's any help, we've had a few problems with Francine before.
No, look, it's okay, mate. Look, we might use that. Thanks a lot.
Naughty, mate. Where you been? I thought we'd lost you.
Weren't you able to keep him nice?
Yeah, what do you think I was trying to do?
Hey, tell him where she had a dick taped.
No, Evelyn. It's nothing to worry about. No, he's out in the road. He's going to be flat out all night. Yeah, look, I'll get him to give you a ring in the morning. Yeah. Yeah, good night. See you. Oh, Francine. He is never going to live this down.
Yeah, thanks for the warning.
Well, you're a big boy.
Mate, he's the worst desperate I've seen in action with his skin full.
So what happened?
What happened? He lobbed onto 10 women who didn't want to know, then fell over one that did. 6-foot bloody killer with balls.
So how did you get in the way?
What was I going to do, stand there, watch him get flattened?
Look, she's known she probably won't make any complaints.
Well, the hell she won't. Chance to put in a cop, she'll grab it.
So who threw the first punch?
No, she was about to. At him. That's why I hopped in.
Look, you'll probably be okay. You've got witnesses.
You're gonna have to tell me what I saw, Les.
Come on, Lockie, you've got to remember some of it.
The story, right? Went to Chen's, then Grab a Grand's, and then that place for something to eat.
She came at him from behind. He wouldn't have seen me dot her anyway.
What did we order? Now, they're gonna ask that for sure.
Are you trying to tell me...
I hope you've got your facts straight.
I want to know exactly what the allegations are, and I want to see all the statements.
We don't have to let you see these, you know. Courtesy.
Well, this is courtesy too. Francine Ricketts' file. Got a list of charges as long as her legs. Consorting, assault, drugs. She's not pursuing charges, Roy. Neither's the owner of the bar. Why are you?
Frankly, I don't give a stuff whether they pursue it or not. Carides assaulted a member of the public. Witnesses say he threw the first punch unprovoked.
Well, in a place like that, they would, wouldn't they? Especially if they knew they were getting a copper.
My job is to make sure our force has a clean image and keeps it clean. The public is entitled to feel safe from its own police force.
And who keeps the force safe from the bloody public? Come on, Roy, you know what these blokes are working on.
Are you going to plead it came out of pressure? Well, that's all the more reason to behave like a member of the police force and not like some thug.
We're trying to catch a bunch of assholes who blew the shit out of us and probably still have enough jelly to do it again. If we don't bring these freaks in, then part of that public you're so concerned about will think they can take pot shots at us and get away with it.
Yeah. Well, I sympathize, of course, but like you, Jock, I've got a job to do.
Yeah, Roy, we all know your reputation.
An internal investigation knows yours. Major crime get more complaints against them than anyone else on the force. I'll see Senior Sergeant Renford first.
Wouldn't it be a feather in their cap if they caught some poor bastard from the majors, eh?
His bloody necks, that's what I wonder.
Yeah, I think we were.
No, we weren't on duty, sir.
Let me see your diary. Well, if you weren't on official duty, what were you doing there?
Having a meal.
Drinking?
Yes.
How much?
Not to excess, sir.
How much had Carides consumed?
You'd have to ask him that, sir.
And you?
A few.
A few?
Yes. Not that many, sir.
So if alcohol didn't bring on the assault, what did?
She was built like a brick shithouse. We're not talking about some little old lady here.
So there was provocation from her?
You get it all the time.
Who threw the first punch?
It wouldn't have been Carides.
Witnesses say otherwise.
It was crowded in there. No one could see what was going on. Look, if Lads clobbered her, him, he had bloody good reason.
If? Well, you didn't see it.
No. Had my back turned, paying the bill. So.
Back turned? Come with me, please.
How much strife's he in?
Portion you.
Some might say we've got you by the short and curlies, Carides, and you're not helping yourself very much.
It was self-defense, sir.
Are you saying she had a go at you?
I saw his fist coming up. I got in first.
Nobody else saw that. Witnesses say you went up to her and laid her out.
Why does everyone keep saying she? I don't bloody hit women. And I'm not stupid enough to pick on some bloke who could have me for dinner.
Then what provoked you?
He was giving us aggravation. The locals have been hassling him, so he's got a set against cops.
So you decided to teach her a lesson because she looked sideways at you. You're a policeman, Carides. You're supposed to be in control. You can't behave like a member of the public whether you're on duty or off.
You were meant to take him out, give him a few snorts to soften him up, not wipe your bloody self out.
It was working there for a while. He opened up. Must have a cast iron stomach.
He's got a bloody cast iron head.
So is he going to get busted by IOD?
I don't know, not him. Is there any chance he blew his stack because he couldn't hold his drink?
He had it under control, I think.
But you can't remember.
It's like a black hole.
What sort of pressure are you under at the moment?
No more than usual.
Any more than other squad members?
No.
Do you know what I think? You're a cowboy. You like to throw your weight around.
Takes one to know one, sir.
You've got an attitude problem, Carides. All right. Is there anything else you want to tell me?
Not a lot of point, is there? You lot are judge, jury, and executioner, and you've already made up your mind.
Oh, we're strictly impartial. We just want to get to the truth. But I think you're gone, Senior Detective.
If he said it was self-defense, then I believe him.
It's his word against everyone else's.
We're targets out there. The kooks love to have a crack at us, particularly now.
Indeed. Well, it's my job to protect the force's reputation.
Oh, try 6 months in the real world before you start preaching to us about reputation. But then you always were a desk jockey.
And I'll keep doing my job until squads like yours toe the line. I'll make sure you get a copy of my report.
While we got trouble.
Darling will grind you down, mate.
Yeah, listen, mate, don't worry about a thing, okay? I'll give you a reference.
How's it going?
He had it stitched up before he even spoke to me.
You're not just going to roll over and let him get you by the throat.
Why not? Everyone else has had me by the balls.
Laz?
What?
A word. All right, what's going on? You want the toe cutters to knock off your head and shit in the hole?
Lay off, Lockie.
Like hell I will. I want to know why you are taking the fall.
If it makes you feel any better, I didn't expect you to back me up. I don't expect anyone here to back me up.
Oh. And what did you tell him?
What's there to tell? I hit him.
And that's it? No other explanation, no bullshit story, you hit him.
Why? What'd you tell them?
What I could. That we weren't pissed, that she started it. It was very hard answering direct questions about you.
So?
So we need a solid story.
Why bother?
Because if we don't, you are down the bloody toilet, mate! Now, the last thing I remember is you talking to some dealer. Now, you fill me in on what happened between then and when you snotted Francine, and I'll get my memory back for that bastard, all right?
Shit. You really can't remember?
I told you I couldn't.
Yeah, but I...
But what?
I thought you were bullshitting me.
Why would I want to do that?
To protect your own ass in front of IID.
Convenient memory lapse.
Yeah.
Happens all the time in front of the toe cutters, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't happen here. Mate, what the hell have you gone and done? I was behaving like an ass. He thought I was going to get done, so he got in first. He was protecting his senior sergeant.
Gamble's not going to take into account what you've got to say.
He's got to.
You'd only be repeating something that Laz told you. Pointless if you can't remember.
Well, I'll tell Gamble that I can.
No.
Laz is not going to take the fall for me, boss.
I'm not going to have two of my men on the carpet. Whichever way you look at it, Laz overreacted. Maybe next time he'll blow someone's head off. Carides is one of our key men. Apart from the fact that he put us onto the garage that handled the bomb car, we need his knowledge of the stolen car business.
Look, I understand your predicament, Jock, but the fact remains he allegedly assaulted a member of the public.
No one pressed charges, and he said it was self-defense.
Internal investigation, don't believe that.
IID wouldn't believe anything Major Crime tells them.
Are you suggesting there's a bias there?
The senior detective at Carides has been underground for 2 years. We bring him in and expect him to turn over a new leaf in a few weeks. Man's under enormous pressure.
It's stress, sir. He doesn't know who he belongs to anymore. And he doesn't need his own kind bashing him when he's down.
He slipped up and now he's not even taking care of himself.
And?
We don't believe that carpeting him is a way of taking care of his problem. We think he should be looked at as a welfare case.
No way. No fucking way. I don't want that.
Yes, you do. That's what the IID is going to recommend.
They think I'm loony.
They think you need someone to talk to.
They can get stuffed.
Well, you've got a choice. You can either stuff up your career, and maybe this task force, or you can start seeing the psychologist.
Well, you've turned up, we've introduced ourselves. That should satisfy your boss's requirements.
What do you mean?
You can stay and talk if you like. You might find it useful. Otherwise, you can leave and go shopping for an hour.
Great. That'll look good on the report.
We don't report. This is between you and I.
I think you'll want to know a little more than that.
He can ask. But I don't tell him anything unless you specifically want me to.
So what happens if I piss this off?
I tell him you came, we talk confidentially, and I can't discuss it any further. We do see quite a lot of police in here. We have got some skills to offer.
I don't need mind games, thanks.
No. Undercover. You'd have had enough of that by now, wouldn't you?
What would you know about it?
Enough. We see quite a few undercovers in here. Who are you with?
BCI.
How long for?
A couple of years.
2 years?
Yeah.
Well, if you didn't have some problems from that, you wouldn't be normal.
Do you mind if I smoke?
Please go ahead.
I went to a lot of bloody trouble getting this room right for you.
I need to be out here.
Put in the window so you could see.
If I can't hear everything that's going on, you might as well have an analyst who's deaf and blind.
Bloody women, nothing's ever good enough.
Here, thanks.
Nice trouble.
Boys are not going to be happy with you listening in on everything.
If I'm more accessible, they'll get used to it. And I might have a better idea of what's happening with some of them.
You got to cut off. What else can you do?
You still need some kind of support system. How about family?
Too many hassles.
Close family?
Yeah, that's the problem. Typical WOG family. Everyone's got to know everything.
Sounds kind of nice.
Obviously, you never had a Greek mum. You see, the eldest son's a main event, and there I was walking around like some dead shit crim.
Did you ever try explaining it to her?
It doesn't work like that. See, she'd have told my aunties, uncles, the cousins, the whole bloody tribe.
Maybe you underestimate her.
She'd have to. It was too much of an embarrassment to my old man.
You can't blame people for not understanding what they haven't been told, though.
Yes, you can.
Do you think that's reasonable?
Probably not. Why should I be? They're my parents. They should have known me better than that.
How about people you work with? Anyone close that you can talk to?
Yeah, a few. 1 or 2. 1.
Know about this?
Yeah, she used to be in BCI too.
Girlfriend?
No. I don't know.
One's a pretty small circle of friends, isn't it?
Ah, hey, mate. Well, how'd you go then?
How do you think?
Right. Hey, can you tell Noddy that I'm down at IBR, mate?
Bullshit, mate. I'll tell him you're going to go meet her again in the canteen.
I wouldn't do that, mate, you know me. I prefer the ponytail.
If we continue hitting the safe breakers and we come down heavy enough, someone's got to talk sooner or later, if only to cover their own asses.
I don't believe this.
Oh,
You're a
well
businessman.
Heavy ponytail, yes.
Tell us, what did you tell her? To shrink. Everything, mate. The whole truth and nothing but.
What whole truth?
She reminded me of my mum. I just couldn't lie. I'm really sorry, guys.
So what have you done?
Dobbed a lot of you in. This whole squad's gonna end up in a psych clinic. You all have to have therapy.
Oh, sounds reasonable. Yeah, well, just remember you've still got a black mark on your file, mate.
Inspector Gamble had to get you for something just to keep him happy, so he's jobbed you for missing pistol practice.
Yeah, the department's decided we're all slack, so next time make sure you all re-qualify when you're supposed to.
Okay, Sarge. So, Les, why don't you tell us all what really happened between Francine and Lockie?
No, I couldn't. Okay. Well, it was like this. You see, Lockie here was trying to drink me under the table.
Ooh, he's suffering. Watch it, mate.
Anyhow, after about the 7th vino or so, Francine starts making eyes at him. Lockie thought there was a God, or he'd found heaven at least. I mean, we're talking instant passion, huh?
Bullshit.
Francine gives the big wink, throws the wettest kiss you've ever seen. Lockie starts sending back all these heavy signals. It was disgusting.
That's crap, mate, crap.
I warned him. But no, he staggers to his feet, a look on his face you wouldn't believe.
Look, I knew what was going on. Come on.
Come on. I told him, I said, mate, you do not want to play with Francine. Believe me, you don't. And he goes, I do want to play with Francine. You did.
Shit.